This is something everybody should experience at least one time in their life. Hey guys, welcome back to Kiara. I hope everybody is having a blessed day today. So today I want to come do a sit down video and talk to you guys about my marathon. As you guys seen, I did post a little bit of content of the marathon. I wasn't able to get the content that I wanted to get. My first marathon, and I was just taking it all in. So at times I was forgetting to pick up my phone. But y'all, let me tell y'all, this is something everybody should experience at least one time in their life. A amazing experience, y'all. I cannot, the word amazing just don't do it any justice, but it was a great experience. And you know, it don't have to be a full marathon, but like a 5K or 10K half marathon, whatever you can do, or something just like around the area of maybe a marathon, like something similar, or just something that's empowering, you know, for women. Like, you should do it, because just being around, y'all, it was 7,000, over 7,000 women out there, and it was amazing. Like, it was an amazing experience. I did want to sit down and do a chit chat video with you guys about the marathon. Before we jump into the video though, I did want to come show you guys my medal. This is what our medals look like, and I love it, y'all. Y'all know gold is like one of my, it's like my favorite. I love gold. So I was happy to see that it was gold. And then this little, the little symbol right here. And then in the back, it has 26.2 Team Milk. And on this little charm here, it has Every Woman's Marathon. And then it has the little neck part. So, powered by Team Milk, 26.2 on the other side, Savannah 2004. And yes, we are going back next year, because this was, we're going back next year, okay? And hopefully, hopefully some of you guys can join me next year, because I'm so excited about it. But let's jump into the questions. And thank you, Rebecca, for kicking off this, you know, chit chat, because she hit me with some questions, and I was so grateful for her questions, because it's like, it's easier to do like these type of videos when people ask you questions. So thank you for the questions. So we're gonna start with her questions. So the first question was, am I gonna take a break? And yes, I did take a break. So after the marathon was Thanksgiving week, and I didn't work out none Thanksgiving. I just rested my body as far as working out or anything like that, running, lifting. I didn't do anything like that. So I did take a week off, but I'm back on track now. So that was the only break that I was gonna take. I wasn't gonna take a super long break or anything. So I did take a break, but I took a break for a week. And it was the holidays, we were out of town. So it was, you know, it kind of just aligned the perfect time to take a break. But yeah, so I took a little break, a week off, but I'm not taking like a super long break or anything like that. And then as far as running, no, I'm not taking a break from running. I'm jumping right back into it, okay. She asked, would I be maintaining my current training regimen? So yes and no. I'm going to keep my running schedule the same, because I did like the 6-month training schedule that I had. Loved it. So I am going to keep that. And it was like broken down, like Mondays it would be like 2 miles, like starting off, and then some days it'd be 4 miles or 3 miles, 5 miles. And then it'll be like that during the week. And then Sundays were long run days. And then Saturday were strength training days. So I love the schedule, but I do need to weight train more. And I'm gonna tell you guys why I need to do that. I am going to be kind of developing a new one. And that's because during my run, I wasn't like tired at all. Like, my stamina and stuff was there. Like, I wasn't tired. I didn't feel like I was about to pass out or anything like that, as far as like out of shape wise. But muscle wise and like strength wise, like going up some of those hills and stuff like that, I definitely need to do more than what I was doing. And mainly in my leg area, and I kind of knew it was gonna be like that because I hate training my lower body area. My favorite area to train is like upper body. I enjoy those workouts, but I don't enjoy things like squats, and I do like deadlift, stuff like that, but I don't enjoy my lower body, and I do not enjoy my abdominal area because of my C-sections with my kids. I had 3 of them, so it can be painful going through some of the workouts. I do need to train that area more because like during the marathon, like where I was like cut at, because I have worked out that area, but I have not worked out those muscles. Like I don't, honestly, y'all, I didn't know what I thought it was gonna be running this marathon, but everywhere was hurting. Everywhere was hurting. And those areas that I don't like working out was hurting the worst. So I know I need to put some more time into like my legs, training uphill and like incline workouts, and my abdominal area, specifically down where I was cut at. Y'all, when I say it was so tight down there, like the muscles, oh my God, y'all. And Kevin was like, you know, that's a good thing. And it was a good thing, but y'all, the pain was just, oh my gosh, the pain was insane. So yeah, I'm gonna be changing up my workouts, doing more strength and doing more with my abdominal area. So when I am running the longer runs, like the half marathons, full marathons, my body can, you know, kind of be used to it, because yeah, when I say every bone, everywhere was hurting in my body, like every time Kevin or Peyton would call me and ask how I was doing, like I was fine as far as like my stamina, but I was in so much pain. I was in so much pain in my lower area and my abdominal area. With all that being said, I need to train more in those areas. Let's talk about the challenges I experienced during a run. So that was another question she asked, were the challenges that I experienced during a run. So those were the challenges where when we were going up steep hills, I knew like, especially, well, in the beginning, it was pretty easy because, you know, my body wasn't overworked as much like towards the end, but once we got like that middle endish, I was struggling up some of those hills because I was in so much pain and my legs were hurting so bad. Not only my legs, but my hip area was hurting, my pelvic area was hurting, where I got cut at during my C-section. So like it was hurting so bad, like I can't, like the pain was like a 10, like it was a 10, okay? And that's gonna lead me to the next thing. So my first 10 miles were pretty easy. They were pretty easy. They were like a breeze. I was having a good time. Like those are the miles where I was like, oh, I'm doing this, like excited and stuff. Mile 11, I will always remember mile 11 because mile 11 almost took me out, y'all. So once I hit mile 11, like I was a little past, you know, the sign where it says mile 11. I got a muscle spasm like in my calf area, and I just kept trying to push through it like it would stop. And when it stopped, so I stopped, and Kevin bought me some muscle spray. So I took that out and sprayed it on my leg and tried to do a little bit of stretching, like standing up, because I didn't want to sit down. And it just started hurting worse. So I called Kevin and I was like, yo, I'm having a muscle spasm. Like, you know, so he can talk me through it. And I'm like, I'm having a muscle spasm really bad in my calf muscle. And he was like, okay, try to sit down and, you know, stretch it out or whatever. So when I went down to sit down, when I say it shot up my whole entire body, y'all, like I could not move. Like I can't even explain it. Like I could not move. And this older lady, you can tell she have done so many of these, y'all. Let me tell y'all, those older women that be out there are so helpful and just, oh my God, they're so amazing. Like they are so amazing. So she stopped and she was asking me a couple questions. She's like, "This your first marathon?" I was like, "Yeah." And she was actually in the marathon. And you can tell they done so many of them. They just out there enjoying them and helping whoever need help and supporting the women that, you know, need help to get through the full marathon. So she stopped and she was like, "Do you have your nutrition and everything?" And I was like, "Yeah." Then she led me through some stretches and it was quick, about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, I would say. She led me through some stretches and yeah, I was able to get back up and at least start walking. And then I eventually went back into like a little slow pace, like jog. Mile 11, I will always remember mile 11. I will always remember that lady's face. And yeah, so mile 11, that was a challenge. Going through that muscle spasm. And it's so crazy, y'all, because being a first marathoner, like you don't think about, I didn't personally think about the muscle spasms or even going through anything like that. Like I knew I was probably gonna be sore or like, you know, in pain or whatever, but like having muscle spasms and stuff like that, no. That's the first time that I cried during a marathon is during mile 11, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish. Like I told y'all, I called Kevin and I was just in so much pain, you guys. So after mile 11, I was like, and I still got a very, very long way to go. Like I started tearing up and crying, and this is where I started having like my times with myself where I was like cussing myself out, like, why would you sign up for a full marathon, like your first one? Like, why you didn't do something smaller? Like, just going back and forth in my head, going off on myself. Am I gonna finish? And then I was in my head about my time because I'm like, oh, I want to finish this in at least, I said 4 hours and 30 minutes. Then I pushed it back. I was like, okay, at least 5 hours, before 6 hours. Like, you know, in my head about my time. And this is where I like started to break down, honestly, in mile 11. And like it was hard just trying to get out of my head because I'm so calculated and planned out. I'm like, I want to be done in this time. I don't need to slow down. So, and that's why I was really going through the muscle spasm real bad, because I had been started getting a muscle spasm, but I didn't stop because I was in my head about the time. Like I wanted to finish in a certain time. So I would say that's probably my biggest downfall with this marathon, is just really in my head about the time, and it's my first full marathon. Instead of just taking it all in, you know, taking my time to stop, stretch, and just, you know, taking all these things. Well, I did take all these as learning experiences, but just going into it with such a goal, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and being so scared not to meet my goal that I wasn't properly stopping, stretching, doing what I needed to do when I felt those spasms coming on. So I would say that was the biggest challenge, is just trying to push through when I know I needed to stop, because me not stopping at that time cost me more time than it would have cost me just to stop and take care of myself properly. It's my biggest challenge. But going forward, I'm just gonna be more in tuned in, like with my body, listen to my body, because my body was telling me to stop, but my mind was so time. And don't go into your first marathon time, you know what I mean? Like go into it, see what you can do, and then based off of that, you know where you stand as far as training, what you need to work on, stuff like that. And then if you decide to just jump out there with a full marathon like I did, go into it, you know, like that, and then sign up for another marathon and work your way, you know, towards that goal, because that's what I'm doing moving forward after this marathon. I did finish the marathon, but I didn't finish in my time, but I finished the marathon in 7 hours. My thing, I'm gonna insert it here. I was like 3,000 as far as place wise, like 3,000 out of 7,000, which to me, I felt like that's pretty good for my first marathon. But I give you all those type of stats. But going forward, we finna get this training in, and we finna like reach our goal. Like I done told y'all my goal. So I done put it out in the atmosphere now, and now it's time to reach that goal. You know what I mean? So y'all, let me tell y'all, so a marathon will humble you, because I always felt like I was in pretty good shape, you know, just throughout my whole entire life. But baby, them older women was out there getting it, and they, like, some of them finished before I did. Next thing I had on here I wanted to talk about was my watch. So you guys know I ordered a watch a while back off Amazon, and although it was a good watch, I am looking into investing a Garmin watch, which I was just trying to make sure that I wanted to continue my running journey before I did, because those watches are not cheap. But moving forward, I am going to invest in one of those watches. The watch that I had did pretty good, but when I was running the marathon, y'all, my watch was off. So I was hitting my miles on my watch before I was hitting the miles in the actual marathon. And I'm like, that was so bad, because going through training, like, I'm hitting my miles faster, but, and I'm talking about, it was like big off too. Like, it was a big difference in between the actual marathon miles and my watch miles. So I feel like I was less trained because I was, if that makes sense, less trained because I was hitting the miles faster on my watch than the actual marathon. I am going to get a new watch. I believe it's Garmin, that's what it's called. But of course, you know, I'm doing unboxing once I get it. And yes, I'm looking into investing in one of those watches moving forward, because I do plan on continuing my running journey. As long as I'm able to run, I'm going to be running. Next thing I want to talk about was the running community, just in the, you know, being a woman, like being around all these women all around the world was such an amazing experience. And we all out there to do this goal together. You know what I mean? Like, from the expo to the actual marathon, like, it was amazing. And I don't know, y'all, it was just a good vibe in, like, the running community, because it was also some men out there that was, you know, supporting their friends or spouses or whatever that ran, but didn't run the whole marathon, but ran, you know, I guess, like, some came in when they knew, I guess, their partner needed the assistance, like, trying to get through some of those hard miles. But the running community, y'all, is an awesome community. So if you want to get into running, maybe look into joining some running clubs. They got virtual run clubs. I don't know, link up with some people, y'all. Like, link up with some people. I'm telling y'all, like, the running community is an amazing community. It was just all good vibes. The whole entire time, it was all good vibes, y'all. All good vibes. Like, as we passing, like, the women in the front or the middle or whatever, they passing by, smacking our hands like, you got this. Some women finished and came back and started running to push some of the other women through. Like, it was just A1, okay? It was just an amazing experience. Like, I can't even, me explaining it doesn't no justice. Like, you have to experience this for yourself. It was such an amazing experience. Talked about me not being tired. I wasn't tired at all, to be honest, you guys. It was just my body, like, was in pain. Because I was just pushing it so hard, and I haven't pushed it that hard in a long time, y'all. It was, yeah, my body was just in pain. Like, that's all I could tell y'all. Like, I was just in pain. I put enjoy in to enjoy the marathon, because, like, I noticed some of the older ladies that you can tell have done probably 5Ks, 10Ks, other marathons and stuff like that. They were, like, stopping, taking pictures by the like the signs, the mile markers. That's what they're called. They were stopping, taking pictures by the mile markers. They were recording. They would stop and dance with some of the people on the side that were, like, take pictures. Like, y'all, they was having such a good time. Oh my gosh, y'all, they was having such a good time. And I didn't stop not one time to do any of that. But I stopped at, like, the hydration stations and stuff like that. But I don't know what was wrong with me. I was scared. Like, I was scared to stop. Like, I was scared to stop and take a picture at the mile marker. I was scared. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I was scared because I felt like my body wasn't gonna be able to, like, keep going if I stopped, because that's how much pain I was in. So, to enjoy it. So next year, baby, we enjoying the Every Woman's Marathon. Like, we are enjoying it. We taking pictures. I seen a couple of runner influencers out there that I did not, like, you know, like, I would love to take a picture with and whatever, but I didn't do. And yeah, so moving forward, we're going to enjoy our runs, okay? Like, we're gonna train and make sure we hit those goals, but we're gonna enjoy it also. I told you guys my time and what was my goal moving forward. I talked about my mood already. Like I told you, I had mixed emotions. Like I was having a whole bunch of bipolar moments out there. That's just what it is. There was people around me too. Like I really paid my, like one lady was like, I really paid my money to do this. And one lady was like, what was I thinking? Like it was just so many like remarks out there. But yeah, I just had a lot of mixed emotions. Mouse was fine, but when I hit that Mount 11 and was going through that, I was struggling. And then I kind of bounced back from that. And then once we hit the highway, I'm gonna insert here. Once we hit this highway, y'all, I cried for the second time because first off, it was a highway and I was like, we running this whole highway. Like I don't see the ending of the highway. Like when are we gonna get off this highway? And the only way to get off the highway is to finish it. So yeah, I was struggling with that. And I also started struggling again with like cramps like in my calf area. And another lady stopped. She was an older lady. You can tell she was a seasoned runner. And she actually stopped and gave me some muscle spasm tabs. She was like, how are you like, she could just probably tell. Like I probably was limping at this point. And she stopped and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. She was like, what's going on? I was like, I'm just having some muscle spasms and whatever. And the limp had to be a hard limp for her to notice that, like I was going through it. So she ended up giving me these white tabs and she was like, there's just salt tabs. And she said they're for muscle spasms. And she gave me 3 of them. I took 2 of them and I was fine after that. Like once they settled in, like I can actually feel them working because my body just started to feel better. But once they started settling in, I was able to start back running again. So appreciative. I will always remember that lady too. And she would, like I said, she was older and she was a seasoned runner. And yes, I'm gonna make sure I invest in some of those tabs. And once I actually get the name of them, you guys know I'm gonna share them with you guys, but they helped a lot. Once I got to the finish line, I inserted the video. I did post it already as a short, but my oldest daughter ended up running through the finish line with me, and that was such an amazing time for me because I needed that at that time. I kept saying, where is it? Like, I don't see it. And she was like, you're almost there. You're almost there. So, you know, she ran through the finish line with me, and y'all, I was just wanting to get through the finish line that I did not pull out my camera and actually record me going through the finish line. And I took off because I wanted to finish strong. So Kevin didn't get it from the back because I took off. So yeah, Peyton ran through me with the finish line. And y'all, as soon as I crossed that finish line, I grabbed my medal, a banana, and fell out. Yeah, I fell out. I was like, oh my gosh, like I made it. Like, oh my God, I fell out. But yeah, so I honestly, while I was doing it, I was like, I don't know if I ever do this again. But once I got that medal and I was sitting down, like I was like, bro, I'm ready for the next one. Like I was like, I'm ready for the next one. Now I see why people like go through marathons and they talk about, you know, the hard times they experience through it, but then they sign up for another one. Like I'm that girl because I'm already looking for the next ones, okay? Like I'm excited. Like I'm excited about my running journey. Yes, I'll be doing more runs. I do not plan on taking any breaks. So actually, upcoming run we have up is a 5K, and that's actually gonna be a family run. I actually signed my family up for it. So we are gonna be doing it together, which I'm excited about. Those runs I want to like just enjoy with my family and everything. So we're doing a 5K coming up in December. So I'm excited about that. And then I want to do a half marathon, which I haven't found one yet. Well, I found a list of them, but I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. I do want to do a half marathon for my birthday month. So those are the next upcoming runs, like 2 runs that I have coming up. And, you know, I'll let you guys know if I decide to sign up for another 5K or something like in between those runs. But those are the next runs that I have coming up. And yeah, so let me show you guys my medal one more time. I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. But yeah, so that's that. I hope I answered all you guys' questions. I hope you guys continue to follow me along my running journey, and I guess, you know, just my fitness journey in general. Yeah, and if you guys have any other questions, please leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.